وما يذكر إلا أولو الألباب.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear viewers across this planet, I greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be unto all of you. And before I begin, I would like to inform you that all praise belongs to Almighty Allah. Therefore, we do praise Almighty Allah and we thank Him. And we convey our message to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may give him his bounties and blessings, inshallah. Ameen, ameen. As a quick reminder to all of us that the main theme of these episodes is about understanding Islam. We select one ayah from the Quran, one essential ayah, essential in our understanding this religion. Without it, our understanding would be little lacking some of the things that are essential for us to complete our understanding. The main reason we selected this, we wanted to add one piece at a time so that we built clear foundation of understanding this religion. So every time we get one of the essential ayat, we explain it, we put it together with previous ayats and coming ayat so that inshallah we'll get very clear picture about this wonderful religion. The ayah today is very short, very simple, and what is good about it, it addresses all humans. It does not apply to only Muslims, it applies to everyone. And the ayah is in chapter called Ash-Shura, Surah Ash-Shura, ayah number 47. And this is how it reads. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم استجيبوا لربكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا مرد له من الله ما لكم من ملجأ يومئذ وما لكم من نكير. The translation of this verse can be as this one. The meaning, استجيبوا لربكم, respond to your Lord, obey your Lord before a day that will come and nobody can return it or nobody can stop it. This day will come to us from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means that nobody can stop this day from coming, can prevent it from coming. And on that day, you will have no resort, you will have no refuge from Almighty Allah. And you will have no supporter from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In other words, no one can help you, no one can give you support on that day, and no one can give you a refuge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The only one who can give you refuge is Almighty Allah. So be careful. Here is something that clear warning to everyone in this world, in this universe. استجيبوا لربكم. Hurry up and respond and obey Allah before that day will come. One of the diseases, you can call it social diseases or whatever you want to classify it, is acceptable, but it is a disease that people usually delay or postpone the response. Okay, I'm going to do it because I'm busy today. I'm going to delay it to next week because I have a better opportunity. We always delay and postpone. So here, the verse warns us against this habit, this bad habit that's in us. Particularly, it may be acceptable in daily life, but this is not the way when you deal with Almighty Allah, the Lord of this universe. It should be totally different. It should be respond to what Allah commands to you immediately. Don't even delay it an hour or two. And this was the reaction of the companions when they got the companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Once they got the message from him, immediately they would accept it and without any kind of delay, because we know that the delay is what is a response to the whisper of the shaitan. The quick response to the command of Allah is a good sign for you. Once you are asked to do something good and something positive and something that puts you on the path of Islam, don't hesitate to do it right now. So here the command is very quickly. Why? Because the nature of human beings, they love delaying. You can do this. And we always say that the good Muslim delays the negative things. Somebody invites you to do a bad thing, delay it. Delay it as much as you can, because the possibility of correcting yourself while you are delaying it is very high, and that's what we want. We want you to do something positive more than negative. Whereas when it is a command from Almighty Allah, do it immediately and don't wait until tomorrow, because you may not live until tomorrow. You may die after a few minutes or after a few hours. And this applies to every human being. For example, if you decide to pay charity, pay it today. Don't delay it tomorrow. And I want you to observe yourself. When in any fundraising that you attended, or when the person, the fundraiser, is asking you to pay money, when you decide in your mind theoretically that you want to pay 5,000 dirham or $5,000 or whatever, if you wait a little bit, you will find yourself immediately, automatically, right, trying to change the number from 5,000 to 4,000 or to 2,000, because this is the whisper of the shaitan. The whisper of the shaitan always motivates you and tells you that you're going to be poor if you pay this amount of money. Where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invites you to do something positive and tells you always, hasten up, hurry up, do it quickly before you change your mind. So this is sari'u, hurry up, versus delay it. So the delay is always because of something that causes some negativity in you. Whether it's a whisper of the shaitan, whether it's a nature of a human being, you have to resist this and to do something very quickly. Stajibu lillah, obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Stajibu li rabbikum, obey your Lord, respond to your Lord before a day that will come. You think that lots of people have the impression that the day of judgment is coming after a very long time. It may not happen in my lifetime. It may happen 100 years or 1,000 years after I die. It's possible, but nobody knows when it's going to happen, because when we understand, when we know that the nature, the quality of the day of judgment, it comes suddenly. It does not knock. It does not warn you. It doesn't tell you that I'm coming after such and such. It comes to a person suddenly. So unless you are ready, you will be fooled by the shaitan from the jinn and the shaitan from the ins. And that's why, remember these last two words that are mentioned in the Quran, min al-jinnati wan-nas, from the jinn and from the humans. They are the ones who cause you change your mind. Whether it's the whisper of the shaitan or the whisper of the human beings, it comes to you from your friends, from your family members, from the media, from the newspapers, from the authors, from your teachers. It comes to you. This is the whisper of human beings. Oh, it makes sense. It's beautiful. We don't say that. Immediately when we are in a situation like this, we go to the ask on ourselves, what does Allah say about that? What does Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say about this situation? Before we take an action, before we respond to the whispers of humans and the whispers of the shaitan, we ask ourselves this question: what is this situation? How can we find the answer from the Quran and from the Sunnah before we respond? Anyway, the ayah is very clear that we are supposed to obey Allah now and not tomorrow. For Muslims and for the non-Muslims. If you are a non-Muslim and you've heard about this message of Islam and how clear it is, and you are convinced, take it right now. Don't wait 5 minutes. Don't consult anyone. If you want to consult, consult with the Quran or consult with the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. But don't hesitate. Don't delay it. The moment you try to delay it, the moment the shaitan may intervene, or some humans may intervene and would confuse you more. First thing is that be convinced. If your heart is convinced, take a response right now. This is what the Quran asks. O you all people. And the same thing, it commands the Muslims at the same time to respond to the commands of Allah. And help others, pay charity, be positive, do as much as you can to increase the goodness in this world and to decrease the evil from this world. Respond to it. Do something now that shows that you are accepting and obeying the message of Allah. Do something good right now. Say that you are going to pray, even if you can do something before you pray now. Something positive, do it. You can call your mother and thank her for something that she had done to you. You can call your mother and tell her that I'm going to do this for you tomorrow, inshallah, or tonight when I come back to you. Do something, anything that's even very simple before you do this. In this way, we know how important and these ayat and are essentials for us to know about Islam. Islam invites us not to delay doing the good deeds and do them as early or as soon as we can, whether we are Muslims or non-Muslims. And remember, the good things that are not defined by us, because our opinions are different. The good things that are the things that are prescribed to us by Almighty Allah and His Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Mamduh Nuruddin Muhammad.